Tonight we are going to be talking about how to develop a strategy or adopt a strategy that you can constantly be looking at to make money in the market. There are very good strategies that you can actually look at, and but most importantly, I tell people that chart patterns, knowing chart patterns and candlestick patterns beats any kind of strategy, no matter what they call the name. Knowing chart patterns beats any kind of strategy. It's bigger than any kind of strategy once you know your chart patterns, so which means knowing price action. Chart pattern is simply knowing the way price plots on the market. Okay, so chart patterns beat any form of strategy. However, strategy just helps you to be consistent and okay, this is the kind of thing I want to be looking at. I'm sorry, I suppose I muted out everybody. I'm sorry, I was getting some distractions from the kids. So, like I was saying, chart patterns, price action beats any kind of strategy. However, developing a strategy for yourself is just telling you, okay, every time I come to the market, this is the kind of formation that I want to see for me to take action, for me to pull the trigger in the market, and I can be consistent with this strategy. If the strategy works for you, then you keep doing it and you be consistent with it. Okay, so I know many of us are looking for a winning strategy. There is no strategy that's a winning strategy. Every strategy depends on. There are some strategies that is not even good for scalpers. There are some strategies that is not good for swing traders. If the strategy is meant for a swing trader and a scalper is trying to use it, you will always be making mistakes and always be losing in the marketplace. Do you understand? So everything about your personal self also comes in place, in force when it comes to developing a strategy. So before I continue, you can't see my screen. Am I sharing my screen already? I'm sharing my screen already. Let me okay, I'm sharing this. Can you see my screen now? So so I want you to type before I continue. I want you to type in the chat room. Price action beats all strategy. I want that to be impressed in your mind. Price action, chart pattern. You can write chart patterns. You can write price action beats any kind of strategy. I want you to write that in the chat room now. Write it now. If you can hear me, I can see my screen. Put price action beats all strategies. Awesome. I want others. Right. Price action or chart patterns beat all strategies. Alright, be taken. So I'm going to start with some crossover strategies. Okay. But before I start a strategy, crossover strategy, I want you to understand how market moves. How market moves. I was trying to share with some of my mentees, people I've been mentoring for some time, what they should be looking out for when it comes to understanding chart patterns. Okay. That time we're looking at head and shoulder. Look at when we have a bullish market. When we have a bullish market, we expect that the market will be going up. I'm going to change the color of the price action. So blue is the price action, red is the trend. Okay, so this is candlestick. Let's assume this is a candlestick. So assume that it will be going up. If it is a bullish trend, we expect that we'll be having higher highs and higher lows. Okay, some of us most of the time we expect that it will always come and touch your trend. Sometimes it can stay here and then move up. Okay, higher high, higher low, market go again, higher high. You can go like this, see an higher low. Can now stretch again, higher high, giving you touches on your line, higher low. Now, what you should have in your mind is that as long as the market on the time frame you're looking at, is forming high, you can spot higher highs and higher lows, then don't assume the market has changed orientation. But whenever you see a discrepancy in the direction, for example, we have higher high here, and then you now see something like this. Market beat the last low. Then you should be thinking there's possibly going to be a change in direction, especially because the orientation of a bullish has been disrupted by price moving below the last higher low, because now we have a lower low. A lower low, we cannot see it in a bullish trend. So once you have a lower low, it's telling you that something is happening. Something is happening. Okay, then you need to pause and begin to check, okay, what is market about to do? And then you now see probably the market now comes to this place. Now again, it couldn't go higher than the what? High. This has simply confirmed to you that this bullish trend has fully changed. Okay, the next thing you'll be looking at is the market moving to a lower low. Market moving to a lower low. Okay, and then that's where we have patterns like head and shoulder kind of a pattern. Okay, like head and shoulder kind of a pattern. That means this orientation has completely changed. Then you are no more looking for bullish moves. You are now looking for what? Bearish move. The same thing in the bearish direction. Now you cannot draw a line until the market has given you like at least 2 touches. The market now comes here and then comes down. So when you have at least 2 touches, you can now begin to say, okay, let me draw another line like this. So this is going to be red. That's the new trend. This is how the market moves. That's the new trend. And then another line like this. Okay, another line like this. So you can see market has changed direction and then now starts moving like this. Now you now have a new there's a reason why I'm showing you all this, okay, because it's very key when you want to build strategies. You can see market is now going lower high, lower low, lower high. You expect a lower low. Okay, now if the market now comes and stops here, it stops here, now went like this. What does that mean? It simply means direction has changed again. This guy has been disrupted. Why? We now have, we no more have a lower low. We now have lower high, and then next we have an higher high. It means direction has changed again. It means direction has changed again. If you have this at the back of your mind, it's going to guide you when you are looking at any kind of strategy. It means direction has changed again. Okay, I'm going to clear this now. I'm going to clear this, or let me just leave it. Let me open another page. Let me leave it. Let me open another page. Okay, so we are going to look at the first strategy. They call it the crossover, the moving average crossover strategy. Moving average crossover strategy. Please have what I've just taught you in mind. So we are going to look at moving average crossover strategy. Okay, now it's simply looking at moving average. Most of the time, like I explained to us, are also viewed as psychological support and resistance. Okay, well, maybe psychological or technical, that most of the time when markets touch the moving average, it tends to always bounce away from the moving average. So, and then the most standard one is always the 50% moving average. I'm going to color it blue. 50 period moving average. Okay. Now it's like you can see, if you look at the trend, it looks as if when the market is getting to this moving average, it's bouncing away. Moving average bouncing away, moving average bouncing away, moving average bouncing away. Crossover it, made it a support, moving average bouncing away. You can see it's kind of, it's looking like it's a dynamic, okay, we call it dynamic. That's what I wanted to just like call it, a dynamic support and resistance level. If you look at this side also, you can see moving average crossover, and then when market touched it, bounce back, crossover market bounce back, touched it, bounce back. Now this is 50 moving average. Now what people now do in this strategy, they now look for a lower period moving average and take trades when that lower period crosses this higher 50 period moving average. An example is, can you look at 13 moving average. I'm just showing you simple strategy that has always worked if you understand chart patterns. That's why I tell people, there's no strategy if you don't understand chart patterns. You just making a fool of yourself. Okay, now look at this. So what people say is, they're not seeing the moving averages. This is a serious matter tonight. I'm having thick red line and blue line on my chart. Can you see my chart, Mr. Biodo? It's visible now. So what happened to it before? Okay, thank God, because I'm kind of seeing a preview of what is showing on my screen. So I expect that what I'm seeing is what everybody is seeing. So you can see when the 13 moving average crossed above the when it crossed above the 50 moving average, they say that okay, the market has turned bullish. Okay, and of course, if you enter the market when there was a cross, you can see there was a bullish move. And then when the 13 crossed below, you say the market is what? Bearish. And you can see what happened. The market is what? Bearish. At this point, when they are intertwining between themselves, they say the market is what? Market is ranging. But when they move apart and the 13 crosses cleanly above the 50 moving average, the market is what? Bullish. As you can see, this market is bullish. And you can see above bullish, below bearish, above bullish, below bearish, above bullish, below bearish. But the question is this. Look at an example if you enter the market when there was a crossing. Look at this, when there was a crossing, and you enter the market. Maybe on the cross, this was what the cross happened. You enter the market at this place. Market now goes up and now goes down. What happened to you? You probably must have entered there and put your stop loss in. What happened to you? You'll be taken out of the market. And somebody tell me the reason why. If you enter the market at this place and then market gets to this point and takes you out of the market on returning. Looking at the strategy, you are correct, because the 30 moving average has gone above the 50 moving average. But how come you still lost the trade? Can somebody look at this chart and tell me the reason why this might have happened? Look at this chart properly. Tell me the reason why somebody obeyed the crossover and entered the trade around this place, expecting that the market will move up, but the market came down and it still lost. Who can tell me the reason why that happened? This was where the cross happened. Okay? Was where the cross happened. So he entered the market around here. And then, so why did he lose the market? Cursor not visible. I think it's your internet. Or is it? Others, are you not seeing my cursor too? I'm talking about this place. You have to see my cursor. Where I now put the rectangle. That's what I'm talking about. Let me deepen the color here. This guy moved up, okay, and you entered there, but you're expecting that it will be going up, but eventually the market came down. And I said, what's the reason why? Who can tell me the reason why? Somebody said the market is in a downward movement. I don't agree with you. This market is in upward movement. How can you say downward movement? It's upward movement. Any other reason? Let's reason it very well. Any other reason? Retracement from where? Retracement. Said retracement like this. How is this a retracement? What made it retrace? What made it retrace at that point? Okay, don't let us waste time. Let me just give you what I saw here. Now, where I tell you that the knowledge of price action and chart pattern is more important, this is where it comes to play. If you enter the market around here, the next area of support resistance is right here. So if you don't know about chart pattern and we just give you this strategy, just enter when there's a crossover. You enter here and you lose money. But when you have seen that there is an area of support and resistance very strong right here, can you see it? Can you see it? This is the what? Resistance. This is the support. This is the what? Support turned resistance. It broke out and then it came back. So if you enter there, you are supposed to probably, before the market gets to this next resistance, You take out, even though it's bullish, you take out come out of the trade, no matter how sweet the crossover is. That is where knowledge of your chart patterns and price action comes in. You come out at this place because there is strong area of support and resistance around here. Okay, so once you see rejection, look at this. Looks more like a tweezer top. Once it starts top and the resistance, you know that the price is honoring this resistance area. So you come out, but people don't understand. This thing is still, because by the time the market is here, it still will give you a strong bullish move. Abi, the crossover is showing a strong bullish move. It didn't show that it's going to come down. Strong bullish move around this place. You say, I'm in a very strong bullish move, so you don't want to, you won't end, you will not close your trade. Before you know it, market will just come around there. Think maybe it's just not, maybe it's not good. Before you know it, you are in a zero. You still think it's going up. Before you know it, you've lost the trade. Okay, this is where the knowledge of chart patterns is important. Knowledge of chart patterns is important. So how do you trade this kind of strategy successfully? It's simple. Bring into place your knowledge of trends, your knowledge of bullish trend, bearish trend, your knowledge of resistance and support. Add this strategy to that knowledge, and then you are in for a winning trade. Let me show you an example. When this market, there was a support area around here. When this market broke out and came to retest it, it broke out here, came to retest it, to convert it to what? To a support. You know that you have a good entry around here. And then your crossover is now a confirmation that you are in a good entry. Of course, what do? You enter here, you come out here. Now market came back and then crossed back over. Now for me, what I do is whenever if there's a crossover, allow the crossover to cross and then wait for the first retracement back to that crossover. Retracement back to that crossover. See, the 30 moving average crossed above the 50 moving average, and the retracement, it retraced back. Of course, this was where the cross happened. This was the point where the cross happened. Okay, so when you see this cross happening, wait for a retest and then wait for candlestick pattern to tell you that market is going to go in line with the bullish crossover pattern. Okay, so when the market came back here and gave you an entry right here, when they close bullish, then you know that you can take an entry. Okay, and me and you, we should know that when we enter here, our first take profit should be right here. Okay, that should be our first take profit. So to be safe, why not take your profit and walk away? Let the market go where it wants to go, and then you see it came back again. Now this is how you now ride this trend. If it comes back again and it doesn't go down, it now gives you again another what? Entry. This is another entry because this guy is bullish, the crossover is still bullish, and then we are seeing a bullish engulfing candle again after the market retreat. This is another entry. This is another entry. So which possibly will know that we have this support has now shifted up. Okay, so if you are going to take it, you can take it from here, take your profit here, no problem. Or you ride it until you see the next retracement. Until you see the next retracement come out. Or you just take your profit here. And this is a 1 hour time frame. If you enter the market here and you come out here, that's about 26 feet, very small. And if you come out when this retraces here, that's about 30 feet. It's still okay. So it's either you are satisfied with this level of resistance, because this is the next level of resistance. You can see this place, and then the next level is this place. So since this guy broke out, you will wait and take your profit at this next level. That's about 45 feet. But if you are not sure and you allow it to retrace, that means you'll be coming out with what? 30 pips. Just be satisfied with that and then see what the market wants to do. Now, when it's coming back down here, when it's coming back down, it touched this place and give us this. This could have been a losing trade. This guy could have been a losing trade because you might have this bullish engulfing could have been a losing trade because when it closed, you might want to take an entry right there based on this strategy because everything is still looking bullish. I want to enter here. It's going to be a losing trade really. Put your stop loss below here. You lose about 16 to 20 pips. Okay. Here, this is where your stop loss will be. That's about 20 pips. If you entered here, based on the crossover strategy, entered your stop loss will be here. That's about 14 pips. Okay. Now, this is one strategy that scalpers always use. Now look at this. There was a crossover to the downside here. For me, I will not take all these trades. Even though it has crossed over, I will not enter into this trade until market comes back, to where these moving averages are and gives me another entry. Now, when it came back, this candle, this bearish candle could have been my entry. My stop loss will be here. This bearish candle here, this bearish candle right here. Look at it. My stop loss will be here. I will enter here. You can see where is my next. If I enter at that point, sorry, where were we? I'm trying to see. I'll have drawn up my stop like this, Abby. And then the next resistance. Look at this. When market breaks a place like this, and you see plenty space like this, you can just go and sleep. If market breaks, this is a beautiful, look at this support here. Market breaks a place like this, and you see plenty, this is how many days? See plenty space. Just put your stop loss and just go and sleep. Plenty space. You can now go to probably higher time frame to look at where the next level of support is. Look at this space to the left. Too much space. It means this guy is going to go as much as you don't even know. So probably 4 hours to give us another level. Even on 4 hours, plenty space. Now the possible next level where the market is going to come is right here on 4 hours. This is the next place where I see a possible where market is going to probably reverse. And if it breaks that level, the next level will be where? Will be right here. You can play somehow around here and then around here. You can see I'm marking my 4 hours. Go back to my 1 hour. So once you see a break like this, so what we are looking at is this. We're looking at okay, this is where we're looking at here, right here. You entered around here, okay. Your first level of take profit will be here. When you enter here, you take profit around here. Where? So this is it. So the market came down, came up, but it didn't take you out. Came down, it took you out here. If you took take profit 1, take profit 2 is right here. The market came right down to the next area. So one way you can do this is this. When the market is approaching your take profit level, you can go to the lower time frames. Let me mark this please. To see if market is going to reverse. Let me mark it. This day is 28th February, right? So let's go to 15 minutes. This 1 hour. Let's go to 15 minutes time frame. 28th February. Now, at this place, you'll now be looking for a possible reversal. Before you take out your profit at that level, you go to 15 minutes and see where we go to 15 minutes. You can see there was no bullish reversal at all. The market just continued to break through that place. So that way, Because if market reverse, the reversal will not be much on 15 minutes. You can quickly take out your profit. But if you wait for reversal on 1 hour, it could be a lot more. For 15 minutes, you can see market just cleanly took out that level. It didn't show any candlestick pattern for reversal. What do? You just remain in your trade. Then be looking at the next level of what? Of profit. Okay, we entered around here. I can see you keep riding it onto this next level. And on 15 minutes, you can see this was where we had reversal pattern. In fact, this was where we started having a possible reversal pattern, where market started forming what do we call this? A bearish descending wedge. It formed it into this support area. Most of the time, when you should begin to look at when this thing start forming, you look at is there a support or a resistance area around you. So because there's a support area around you, once it start forming, you should be looking at, okay, probably this support is going to push it back up. And see when market came down into that support area, it gave us a what? A candlestick. Look at this pattern. This is an hammer, a bearish hammer, and then a bullish engulfing confirmed the reversal. So you are taking out your profit that you started from here. This will be in a very good place to take it out. Okay, a very good place to take it out. We entered here, we came out here. So even if it's just 1 hour you did, you probably would have also taken it out from this candlestick, this hammer here, for 1 hour. So how many pips was that? What was our risk reward? Our risk was 50, let's say 50 pips, and our reward is about 150 pips. That's 1 to 3. 1 to 3 clean stuff using this strategy. So the rate again, this thing is still looking bearish. It means that the trend is still bearish. So wait again on the market comes into the moving averages. Again, this is another entry for itself. This guy here gives another entry for itself. Okay. However, you could have seen an earlier entry on lower time frame. When you see market has approached this place, okay, is close to this place, you go against lower time frame for earlier entry. Okay, can get earlier entry from lower time frame. This is 2nd of March. Let's go to 10 minutes. 2nd of March. You can see market came back into what? Is that the place? Let me be sure. Yeah, exactly. That's the place. You can see lower time frame. Market came up into this resistance area. Yeah, that's the place. It came up into the resistance area and gave us what? An inside this aramid or inside bar. It's an inside bar. If you remember our training, it's an inside bar. If not sure, large second candle is still bearish. It shows that the market has changed. So you could have entered here. You could have entered right here. Earlier entry. Rejection from resistance area. Okay. But if you are waiting on just 1 hour time frame, then on 1 hour time frame, 2nd of May, this will have been your entry. Close of this candle. This will have been your entry. You will have missed out how many pips? You have missed about 30 pips already. You have missed about 30 pips. So entering on the low time frame when market is coming back into your moving average, okay, give you an earlier entry. So you have entered here and your stop loss will have been here. So you have a smaller stop loss and more pips, of course. Where will your take profit be? This next support area again. This next support area again. So you will have entered around here. Your stop loss is about 30 pips. And your what? Profit is about 90 pips. Okay? 90 pips. About 90 pips. For those who are strong again, when this market came here, this have been an entry. And this has been a take profit. Okay? You can get an earlier entry also. Even on the lower time frame. But if you are trading from here, you can still tap another 30 to 40 pips, here before market goes back up. Okay. Now, this is another one. When market came like this, I will not enter on this cross. I will not enter on this cross. Well, okay, this is a possible entry. Right in the possible entry. But if you miss this one, because market came above the two moving averages, came to the 30 and then pushed up. Where are we? Okay, that's the place. Market came above the moving average, came to retest them, and then pushed up, giving us this a what? Bullish engulfing candle. Bullish engulfing candle. This will be an entry using this strategy, crossover strategy. This is an entry here, right here. You can see this is an entry right here. Okay. But if I were trading this, I would probably allow this area to be taken out first. Instead of entering here, this area, because either I trade from here, take my profit before this resistance, or allow that about 30. So allow the resistance to be taken out and then the retracement and give me my entry. So this is another entry. If you allow this guy to be taken out, and we have another entry here. From here, we need to write the trend again. This is another entry. Market kept rising up, breaking out from all this. You can see there was market actually, this resistance area still affected the market, but it did not come back. You could have seen that on the 15-minute time frame that this market is still bullish. So you could have still been in it. Target next one. Okay, we took it out, smooth takeout with this guy, and then the next one is this place, smooth takeout, but then there was a rejection back down to this place. This is another entry using this moving average. This is another entry right here. We have another entry right here. Okay, and then there's the next area where we might take our profit. I don't even know, a lot of space. So I've left this guy, or go to higher time frame, look at where possible this market is going to go. And then when market start retracing, the traces, and there's a crossover in here, I will allow this to go. I'm going to take my entry right here. That way, what am I doing? I'm confirming that this bullish has actually changed direction, because this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Now, we have lower low, lower high. Now, though this place, if I was just trading bear price action, I could have actually entered this trade right here. But if you were following his strategy, that means you cannot enter trade there, because it's about to cross, not crossover. You need to wait for crossover to happen, because you are following this strategy. This is where price action beats strategy. So here, price action has beaten this strategy. Okay, but if I had come into the market when this has happened, this has happened, I've seen the market has come down below in direction of the crossover, I know market is now bearish. So I've been waiting for market to give me an entry, give me a bearish entry. Okay, when market came back here, this could have been an entry. This could have been an entry also. This is a tweezer top. This could have been an entry because it engulfed all this. This bearish candle engulfed all this candle beside it. So it could have been an entry for me. Could have been an entry for me for a sell. Okay. And where my stop loss be? Definitely my stop loss. This has not happened. So my stop loss will have been around here, the last swing high. My stop loss will have been around here. And when I enter a trade like this and I see plenty of space and see space to the left, I know that this thing is going to go down for a long time. It's going to go down for a long time. Okay. So this is an entry. This is another entry. This is another entry. I think this bearish candle as another entry. So you could enter anywhere around this place. You know, people will enter different places. Some people will come here, enter here. Some people will come here, enter the close of this candle. And then you can see how far the market went. About 600. In fact, if I push it up the more, you can see it went really down. You could have breathed this end, fall down at 110 pips, following this strategy. This guy has been down here, and then market has just been moving down. He even touch 50% moving average. Didn't touch, and then when he got to this place, what did the market do? Give us a W formation. It's more like W formation right here, and then you can see there was a crossover around here. Okay, on this crossover, this could have been an entry. This could have been an entry when market came back to that place. Okay, some people have entered around here somehow. Maybe when market came up and came here and had this bullish candle in between these pairs. Look at this bullish candle here. Some people could have taken an entry right here. Of course, it has been drawn down. It might have been drawn down, or even their stop loss. So you have put stop loss around here. That stop will be taken. So they might have lost this trade because this guy will come back and out this trade. Now, this thing will always happen. It's not all trade that you always 100% successful. Okay, this was a good trade. Okay, but eventually market just rallied. This happened in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just 4 candles, 4 hours. Market came, took out this person's stop. Okay, and then started moving far up. You know, some people will be moping, this guy is taking my stop, but those who know what they are doing, once the market came back and give them this formation here, you know, this is another entry that this guy is doing, and you know that the moving average has not come down. So set another entry for you right here, another entry to take it up and ride the moving average up. Okay, most of the time, if moving average doesn't come and if market doesn't come and touch the 50 average, you can see that you will still be in bull. So when it comes to touch the 50 moving average, you know that there might be a change in direction. You can see when it touch started ranging, and then there was a breakout here. Right here was the entry. Market came down, came back, gave us a bearish. This was the entry, and then of course this was the next level based on our structure. This next level, we didn't really reach here before going back, so you could actually pick a profit before it went there. It came back up, another take profit at this same support. You can see this support has been holding for a long time. Okay, and then came up again, came back. This is an entry. This is another entry here. Okay, we have another entry. There's no entry around here onto this place. Okay, because if you entered there, it will have gone down. This was too far. The stop loss will be so much here. Because if you try to enter here, stop loss has to be here, which is very much. But if you enter around this place, stop loss will be around here. Okay, and then you take profit. Alright, so this is how the moving average crossover works. And it works on any time frame. It works on any time frame. If you understand your chart patterns and candles and price action. You need price action to understand any strategy. It's very, very key. I tell you, it's very, very key. You can see it works on any. Look at the crossover. Look at where price came now. Somebody will have entered this market maybe around here. You know, the best thing, this has been a market. If you want to take a profit at this point, this higher time frame, look at what market is. Came back all the way. Yes, there was no crossover to the upside, but look at what happened. And the market dropped drastically. back into structure. This was an entry. Then you cut this on daily time frame. You cut this guy. I've asked you to take the profit around here. But if you once you catch a trend, go to the lower time frame to see whether your level to be broken or not. Or else, if you just see this happen, just taking a profit and miss this move, when you go to the lower time frame, you need to see little price action happening around here. Will it take out this level, or will it allow me to ride it? Once it takes out this level, you allow it next level. Go to the next level and see what you see here. Price actually bounce off. What you are seeing here is actually a bounce off. Some people took their profit around this support area. That's why you see this area. And then also end of day. End of day, people were taking profit here. That's what happened right here. People were taking profit here. So market came, reversed, and then continued down. If you look at it in the lower time frame, you see that that's what happened. The market came, people profit out, and the market continued. So if you actually took the profit also and you saw market coming and just this bearish engulfing, you enter again. This bearish engulfing give you another consolidation. Okay, you enter again after the close of this candle because you're in direction. You enter again and you can ride it all the way down. Same thing happen when market goes here. It went up again and then it came down again. Around here, there's also action around here. What's the action there? Look at it. Even if you're watching it on the 4-hour time frame, you may not have even taken instance of that move on the 1 hour. That move here, all this move here, the market was just raging up and then it all the way down, to this place. Okay, you have this level that you got to. You'll have seen it if you move to your left and see exact level. This level of support, that was where market reversed. This level of support, that's where market reversed. When market is approaching your support resistance here, check out lower time frame to see if that area will be taken out. If it's taken out, you can reduce the level of your loss, or the level of what you will lose, by taking out your trade in lower time frames, especially the 15-minute time frame, or allowing your trade to run if 15-minute time frame doesn't show you any kind of reversal at a level of resistance. I hope I've been able to do justice to this. Very important to understand this. This is a base, but this is an entry here. This is another entry here. This is how you get trade. This market came down, then this actually gave you a pushback, but the cross actually happened here. But you can see this guy gave you an entry. This candle, this bearish inverted hammer gave you an entry for this move right down here. Okay, and when the market kept pushing down here, this guy gave you another entry down. Push back. You can see market push back. This guy gave you another entry. This direction can give another entry to continue down. Okay, so your candlestick pattern, price action, all what I've taught you, I tend to make sure that you understand chart pattern, candlestick pattern, price actions, because I know whatever strategy you're going to be employing, you will need these patterns for you to be able to not make mistakes and not lose anyhow in your trades. Any question? Any question on this pattern, on this crossover strategy? Some people actually use 20. It depends on you. You can test. That's why it depends on you. You can test what works for you. In fact, some people, for people who do position trades, they don't even use. They use 50 against 200. For people who do swing trades, their own is 50 against 50. The red is 200. Their own is 50. Okay. So once 50 cross below 200, they just enter, they go to bed. As long as market doesn't come back to either 50, when market comes to 50, they test. If it continues, they leave it. Once it comes back to 200, or crosses above the 50, they take out their profit. And when there's a cross above again, so long-time traders, higher-time traders, they use as long as price is below the 300, they are still bearish. Once there's a cross, as long as price below 200, they are still bearish. Okay. Once price goes above 200, you see here there is no cross at all, so they are not taking any trade. But once this cross happen around here, they come in again and they hold their trade. They hold their trade as long as they like. Okay. So you can hold it. Can see this about 1,015 pips. Okay. So once they see that probably market has gone to a very low so what they are looking at, those who are doing swing trade, they will not look at all these small areas of resistance and support. Those ones are very, very tiny. So they won't take their support and resistance on 1 hour time frame. They will look at daily time frame and look at this. This is major area. This one, I'm sure it's not. This is another major area. Okay. You see. These are the major areas they'll be looking at. When they enter here, I think first trade profit will be around here. Second trade profit will be around here. Do you understand? And as long as the price is below 200, they are still in the trade. You can see entry here. First trade about 455 pips. Second trade profit about 1,000 pips. You understand? So depends. That's why I said it depends on depends the kind of trader you are. That will determine what kind of crosses you want to look at. Some people use 20 against 50. 20 against 50. Or maybe 13 against 50. Period moving average. Okay. All right. So that will be all. That'll be all. I believe you got the idea of the crossover strategy. If you understand it perfectly, I want you to put a 333 in the chat box. Put a 333 in the chat box if you understand.
Okay.
If you understand it, put a 333 in the chat box. And if you have a question, just indicate. I will unmute you. So this is a what? Crossover strategy. Crossover strategy. Moving average crossover strategy. Combine it with price action and make a kill using this strategy. Combining with your price action, you can make a kill using this strategy. So it's now left to you to choose the strategy that works for you. You have to look for a strategy and just stick with it. Stick with it. Or if you want to combine two strategies, see how they work together and then stick with it. You must just make sure that every day there's a strategy you are coming to the market to look out for. That will give back to the charge patterns, the price action that you are looking out to happen for you to pull your trigger. Okay, it's like there's no question. Can't see anybody asking questions here. Any question? Any question? Okay, Mr. Yodeli has a question. Who else? Any other person? Or we'll take questions. Okay, Mr. Yodeli, let's have your question.
Good evening. Good evening,
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. My question is, looking at the point of cross, either up or down, can we use the order block method to confirm the strategy, whether the market is going up or it's coming down?
Okay, thank you. For now, I've not talked about order block strategy.
Okay.
For now, this is a strategy on its own. Like I said, you can decide to combine two strategies together. It's for you to go and look at how they work together. Okay? You can determine on your own, okay, I want to combine this strategy and this strategy. In this class, so far, we have not talked about order block strategy. Maybe before the end of the week, I might visit that strategy. But for now, this is simply crossover strategy. We are going to look at different strategies. It is you that will now go and put them side by side. Okay, if I put order block beside moving average crossover, how can I marry them together? You know, that is the own work you are supposed to do. That's own work you should do as a trader. Okay? For me, I may not be trading crossover strategy. I may have another strategy that I trade. Okay? I may not be using order block. I may be combining order block, and there was one that somebody was asking me, is it combo? I've not seen that one before. I may be combining harmonic patterns, patterns with crossover. I may combine harmonic patterns, it depends. It depends on you. Yours is to know how a strategy works. And if you know it, you know another strategy. If you want to marry it together, good and fine. Or be consistent in what you are coming to the market with. Okay? If you want to use one on its own, be consistent with it. If you want to marry three and you think you can combine the three together and it will not confuse you, good and fine, you can combine it together. Okay? So, it's very important. I'm just showing you how you can apply your price action to different strategies. As far as I'm concerned, you don't even need any strategy to trade the forex market. Your plain chart is enough for you. Your plain chart is enough for you to trade this market. Your plain chart is enough for you to trade this market. But if you want to go the way of strategies, this is how you combine strategies together. Is it better to use two close range numbers than numbers with high disparity to have the moving average lines almost around the candlestick? Okay. Yeah. Like I said, it depends on you. I told you, some people use 5 to 10. But those ones, they don't trade. They really don't trade. They put this 5. I don't know how they manage to do that. And they put okay, I think 5 and what was this guy used to use? 5 and 15. But they now trade like 5 minutes. They trade like 5 minutes. I don't know how they to me it doesn't make sense. But to them, it makes sense to them. So it makes sense. They scalp with that. Anytime 5 crosses below 15, they scalp. So scalping, they are just looking for maybe 10, 20 pips. And they are okay. And you can see, probably for them, it's delivering. Let's look at it. If this guy crosses above, and then there's a cross here, this is an entry. You see, this about 10 pips. They are okay with it. Okay? And if I mark out this chart, for example, I have this area. I have I mark out 15 minutes. I'm just seeing how possible, but so most popular is 20 crossing 50, or some people use 21. I don't know the difference between 21 and 20. It's the same thing. But some people use 21 crossing 50, 20 crossing 50, and some people use 15 crossing 200. Those are long-term traders. Then scalpers, they come short, they come lower. They use lower period, lower range, okay, for their own. Look at this place now. This was the area of support and resistance. This is another smaller one around here. Okay. Now, if this guy crosses here and they take an entry, let me bold in it. For example, this guy, there was a cross here. Market came down here. This was an entry right here. And they took their profits on this resistance area. They are out with their 20, 26, 20, 25 pips. But they are okay with 20 pips. 10 pips, 20 pips, 10 pips, 20 pips. That's how they do their own trading. Okay, so you can see that market cross here. This is another area of support. You can just enter around here, around here. They come out here. That's another 20 pips. So it depends on the kind of trader you want to be. Okay, you determine what moving average you want to do. And here, you know, when there was a breakout here, if they took the breakout, you know, if they took the breakout right here and they are riding it, they still make some money. So the truth is, I can't give you a path that you must use this, you must use that. I'm not you, are not me. You don't know how much time I spend in front of my screen. I may wake up by 8 o'clock and I'll be on my screen to 9 p.m. You may not have that time. You have to go to work in the morning. Okay, come back in the evening before you open your chat. Or probably it's night time. You like to work. You understand? So you must, all these things I'm teaching you is for you to now build a pattern, a strategy for yourself, or look at, okay, this strategy, which one will work for me? If I want to catch 30 pips, look through your chart. Which one is really delivering 30 pips, 40 pips, 100 pips, 200 pips for me? And then you stick with it. You stick with it. So any combination of whether it's close or far apart. This is 10 now. Somebody can say, okay, my own, I won't use 10. I want to use 5 against 20 or 5 against 34. 34 is another one they use. You can see. If you use 5 against 34, see, the thing kept riding all the way up. See how far the market came. Came back here, gave them another entry right here. The thing rode up again. As long as it's not coming down, not crossing down below the 5, they are still in the trade. As long as it's being crossed down. See, there's 2 body candle, but the market is not still open. So it's all about you. It's all about you guys. It's all about you. It's all about you. Is that clear, Mr. Ahmed? Mr. Ahmed, is that clear? Mr. Ahmed, is that clear, please? Mr. Soji, you have a question also? Mr. Soji?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Or you've asked your question?
No, I want to ask my question, sir.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Okay. Not really on the moving average. I want to ask question on the issue of channel lines. Now, if you draw a channel line of pullback on 4-hour time frame, can you trade that pullback on 15 minutes time frame? And if you can do it, if you can do that, are we going to do in sell alone, or we can do both sell and buy? Hello, sir.
I can hear you.
Okay.
That's
just the question, sir.
I got your question.
Okay.
Let's assume, let me see, cool channel. Let's assume we saw this. This is even big, sir. We saw this channel. Maybe when this guy has formed like this, maybe market was there because okay, this is a channel, now draw it. Of course, you know that this is clear actually. You can actually on lower time frames will be big. Abi?
Yes.
This is a big channel. I'm not sure that's what you're asking about. Let's say something like this. No. Okay. Look at this. This is a channel. This is a channel that's been formed on GBP USD. You can see it.
Yes.
So what makes you think you cannot trade these on 15 minutes? But behind your mind, you should know that the market is bullish. Abi?
Yes.
market came up, touched it here. Using your, look at this. This was the entry for a sell.
Yes. Yes.
This was the entry for a sell. You sold here. This is a pin bar, or call it inverted them or whatever. And then market came down. Okay?
Yes.
Market came down. You will make money, no be so.
Yes.
Even if you said until it touches this place, you will not come out. Of course, you will have lost your money if the market came back against you. But
Yes.
you know, that's why you need to look at your levels. Even though you entered here, you should have targeted the profit around this level. Abi? Because when
Yes.
you are coming down, this is the next level. So take a profit around there, which you actually hit. Then wait. If it gives another entry, but you know it's a bullish trend. Okay.
Yes.
So if you like, take an entry again, following your this is another level of take profit. Another level of take profit. Okay. So it didn't really reach it, but almost reached it. But when you see this rejection around it, you'll forward take your profit here. Enter here again. So it depends. You must know price action very well.
Okay.
You must know price action very well to know your reversal candles. That okay, this candle has actually formed. Look at it. This is a rejection here. This is an entry from this support area. Ride it up, to the next level. Of course, you already have your line with drawn. Okay, once you got here, you saw rejection here. This candle, this one for you to take a sell. If you went up, it came down again. This is another opportunity for you to take a sell. And then where are we going? You are targeting first of all
First support.
This level. Maybe it's actually doing the test and then going up. You don't know. So you are probably taking profit around. But if it breaks through, you hold on, okay? Because this from here actually came and broke through this area, broke straight. So you already know that it's going further down. I already broken this area. So the next area is where? Is right here. Is right here, okay? And then the last area is right here. So when it got to a certain range, I'm sure you were probably taking your profit around here. And the market started ranging. This guy was holding, and then he gave us an entry here. But for me, of course, I wouldn't have entered anywhere around this thing because this market can start to go up. But when it broke out below, I know it's coming for this place. Once it broke out below this guy, I know it's coming for this area. Okay? It came for this area and then bounced back. But overall, I know that my market is what? Bullish on the 4-hour time frame.
Yeah.
For example, today now, I sold GBP USD on 15 minutes. I can show you my trade. I sold GBP USD on 15 minutes, and I came out right here. I came out exactly right here. I can show you the trade. I came out exactly right here because I know there's an area of what? Support. There's a swing area here. You understand? So I sold it. So this market can just start going up now. So right now, I don't want to jump in. I want to see maybe to see come down. So until tomorrow, before I now take a decision, if it comes back here and breaks here, I can write it down to this place. Okay? But if it continues to go up, I would like to touch this place before looking for a sell. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
But the truth now, what this market is forming, looks like it's forming a continuation pattern for a sell, Abi?
Yes.
So if it breaks below this guy, I'm targeting this point tomorrow. If it breaks down below this guy, I just follow my price action, break, retest, drop. I drop it down here and tally it with this area also. Let me extend this guy here. Tally it with this area. Can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Tally this area. So if this guy breaks this guy, I'm targeting this area also. When it gets here, I come out, wait. If he breaks, then I follow this pattern again to continue. So just follow price action. Do you understand?
Okay.
So
Yes,
there's
sir.
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong in riding, even though it looks small for 4 hours. To make you some cool money on the lower time frame. Imagine this is about 50 pips. 50 pips is something.
Okay. Okay, sir.
All right, guys.
Sir.
We spent extra 23 minutes. Yes, please ask a question. This is our last week, so ask a question.
Okay, sir. Now, if I want to trade on 30 minutes, which is the time, best time frame, higher one, that I can use for my mapping? Is it for 4 hours or one or daily? Hello?
4 hours and daily still okay.
Okay.
Well, I prefer 4
For
hours
30 minutes.
for 15 or 30 minutes.
Okay. And the same thing for 1 hour.
For daily 1 hour.
Okay.
Daily 1 hour.
Okay.
4 hours, best 15 minutes, extra best. Second best 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
For weekly, 4 hours. Those are for swing traders.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Do you have time for another question? Who still has question? Nobody. All right, guys. That'll be all for today.
Okay.
I think.